What's good, fam? Queen Common Sense back in the building. And we unpacking today. I had a very enlightening powwow with the little pretty today. And she might be joining us soon via phone. But I always love talking to my tribal members, my babies, my cubs. And this one is a good one because we got to purge a little and just got some more confirmation from the universe based on analyzing behaviors of so-called family. And this is one reason why, with the definition that I have seen as just a basic general rule of thumb of what I see family is, not just with mine, but with several people who have shared with me stories on how family define themselves to each other. And the definition of family and the behaviors that support and do not support how family treat each other, how family regard each other, family members regard each other. And it seems like whenever there is a time where it calls for unity, most times family will put their foot up your ass faster than they will open a window or a door or reach out a life raft or anything to lend any resolution to shit. Family seems to take pride and pleasure and joy in creating a bunch of bullshit when it's not necessary or even warranted, inventing issues that are non-existent, and adding to worsen current situations that are already in a negative state. Now, I'm here to take a motherfucking pass on so-called family, and here is why. It was just confirmed to me that, everything that I have been dealing with, and using as a catalyst for healing, to share with others so that they can be enlightened as well, hopefully use what the fuck I got and move forward to live their highest good. So we unpacking today, goddamn. We letting shit burn on so-called family. Now, it's always a double standard with these narcissistic, malignant, malevolent folk we are linked to via DNA. It's always something with these motherfuckers. It don't matter if you're minding your own damn business or you get caught up in the matrix in the mix with them and get sucked into their fucking bullshit. It's always something. But the confirmation came through the little pretty today. She texted me a very beautiful message, which lend to a lot of healing and evolution towards breaking the cycle of not just dysfunction, but putting a foot so far up Leviathan's ass that bitch screamed like a hoe, which is what I take pride and joy and pleasure in doing. Now, we was talking about family and how some of them like to just motherfucking invite themselves into your shit, whether it's warranted or not. Sometimes you do need an intervention. Sometimes it's best left where you let them handle it the best way they can figure it out. If they have a plan that's feasible, applicable, and workable, doable, sometimes as family you need to just stay the fuck out of shit, and that's the best way you can help, is just shut the fuck up and have a seat. Now, a lot of mothers, they feel that because I funded your life, I took care of you, I raised you the best way I know how. We're gonna put a push pin in that. The best way I know how. Let's put a push pin sticky note right there. Okay. Most mothers along the lines of these goddamn malignant motherfuckers that we call family, they feel because they have funded your life, they have taken care of you all your life, they from time to time come in and step in and help you with your safety net and help you resolve issues. They then in turn feel over the years that gains them, that they earn a free ticket to just impose upon your shit whether you ask them to or not. I'm just gonna keep it all the way live. Now, if the shoe fit, lace that pretty motherfucker up and wear it. If it don't, apply, let it motherfucking fly. And for anything in between, I just don't have a fuck to give you. Now, we here for healing. We here for enlightenment, and we here to help open up the eyes of those among us who don't understand what the fuck is going on with our goddamn family. And it's a common thread of dysfunction that all of us share in the black nation, save a few rare occasions and situations. Now, take that and ride with it. But family often has a keen knack for inviting themselves into situations and issues that are violating boundaries. Boundaries of privacy, boundaries of respect, boundaries of, sensitivity. Sometimes, for example, you have news that you have to deliver, and it's better coming from the source than it is coming from anybody else. And when that boundary is violated by a family member, whether it be mama, sister, brother, whoever, that causes a lot of dissension and confusion that's unnecessary. And see, that's what I deal with personally. And I know a lot of family deals with that. They think they're helping. Some of them can't hold water, and others just messy as fuck. And some of them is all the above. And I'm here to tell you that that shit is not functional. It's not mentally sound for motherfuckers to do that, whether it's family or not. We see a lot of that shit here on YouTube too. So that just is another testament to the fact that a lot of these motherfuckers was raised in dysfunctional ass families, because some of these motherfuckers cannot mind their goddamn manners and respect boundaries, even on goddamn social media. So, lots of times, family can cause more problems by relaying the wrong information to the wrong people at the wrong time. And that was the little pretty powwow that we had, And here in the South, I'm seeing the culture of ignorance among a lot of people who also have been raised and reared amongst dysfunctional family members. This is why I take a motherfucking pass on so-called family and the definition thereof. It's a double standard of sorts. They can demand a particular type of respect from you, the scapegoat. Yet, when the tables are turned in the other direction and you ask them to respect a particular boundary of yours, then here comes the onslaught of character assassination, lies, fuckery, and bullshit. What's up, J-Man? Good to see you, bruh. I had to get this up off my chest. I'm sorry I didn't, give you a heads up, but I had to get this up and out, for when it's hot off the press. When I'm up in the spirit, I can't wait. So, y'all know how I do. But family, They have a knack of just injecting their shit self in your shit uninvited. They deliver and gossip and hootenanny over things that do not concern them. And then they take on feelings and emotion and baggage and information that does not have any effect or bearing on their well-being, their existence, or their right to quiet enjoyment of their motherfucking life. And they would have a much more peaceful life and a much more harmonious life if they stayed the fuck out of everybody else's motherfucking business. I don't know if that makes sense. Me, I like minding my own business. Now here in the South, it seems to be a culture. It seems to be a damn norm for motherfuckers just to invite their ass up in your shit. It don't matter if you walking down the street. Don't matter if you're sitting in your backyard. You could be standing somewhere waiting on a bus or a taxi. You could be in the goddamn store at the register making a transaction in the bank. It don't fucking matter. It's gonna be a rude, ignorant motherfucker that feels the need to just inject themselves into your fucking mental peaceful cipher. No matter how much you ignore some of these motherfuckers, they gonna force you to say something to them. Attention is the currency. Let's keep that in mind. Now, the gaslighting comes in when you smooth check their ass and let them know it's really rude, you know, to approach a stranger, you know, and place and exact your fucking opinion in some shit that you wasn't invited into. That's considered rude where we come from. I'm from the Chi. And if you want somebody's attention in Chicago, you got to have some manners. It's called street etiquette. That's the uptown folks. That's when you see somebody, say they drop their wallet or you know, some money. Excuse me, ma'am. You don't fucking touch them. You get their attention. You say, pardon me, ma'am, you dropped something. I just wanted to indicate to you that you lost something out your bag or your pocket. And then you keep it motherfucking pushing. If you pick it up, hand it to them. If you let them, I usually let them pick the shit up because I don't want to get into a street scuffle because motherfuckers crazy. But it's kind of like an unwritten street etiquette and general public etiquette that I'm used to coming from the Midwest up north, us northern folk. You know, it's considered a health hazard if you just walk up to somebody and start talking, making demands and hollering and shit, interrupting a conversation that's already taking place and so forth, so on. Y'all get the picture. And this is what I'm saying to illustrate the point of how family is just like these dysfunctional motherfuckers online and here in Fayette, Ratchetville. I don't know if it's all over the South because I haven't visited many states in the South since I graduated college. But here in Fayette, Ratchetville, I see that this is a norm. This is something that people think is acceptable. It's okay for me to violate your peace. Even when you ignore me and walk away, I will follow your ass to make you acknowledge me. See, that's dangerous where I come from. Dangerous. And family do this shit. Now, I have done a litmus test with my family who do this shit. And they will send out feelers, double agents, if you will, to gain any tidbit of information on you, your life, especially if it's something negative, sensitive, or private. That's what they go for. They bead in on those sensitive, frail parts of your life where they can blow it up out of proportion, and then they get on the telephone line. You know that song by New Edition, Mr. Telephone Man. They start playing telephone and shit. And they start telling two friends, and they told two friends, and so on, like that fucking old-ass Pantene commercial. And before you know it, by the time the information get back around to you, It's so much shit added to it, chopped and screwed, remixed and chopped up. It's not even anywhere close to the factual situation that is taking place in your life. And these motherfuckers can tell you more about what's going on in your shit than you can say, and you the one living it. So this is why I take a pass on so-called family. The other reason is we put a push pin in that. I raised you the best way I know how, and justifying the piss poor excuses some of our elders make when it comes to how they have released ill-prepared children into the society that are underdeveloped socially, emotionally, and spiritually. And then they act like they just showed up in their adult child's life going, what's wrong with you? Your life is XYZ. What happened? I thought I taught you better than that. Well, it's really difficult for a young adult, budding adult, to make it in this world, this dog eat dog, alligator, gladiator existence, when you as a mother, father, aunt, sister, brother have produced ill-prepared young ones. See, family should be structured to where, and not saying it don't exist, because I have seen it, but the majority of my generation and before is not what it should be. This is why we're doing this. Heal the motherfucking nation so we can open up and reveal the dysfunctional, toxic shit so we can change it and give our babies better. Now, you raised me the best way you know how. However, you got a critique on every move I make, and you try to impose and impede upon and sabotage every quest that every endeavor that I set out to accomplish, just so you can have something to level your misery to. That's what I see family thus far. And again, it's a common thread that we all share to some degree. Some of it more acute, some of it not so severe. But it exists. And it's the goddamn pink gorilla with polka dots in the room that we all scared to discuss, because why? That's our mama, we only got one. That's our parents, we only got one set. That's our sibling, we only got that we can't replace our family. We can't pick our family. Well, I'm here to say bullshit. Because family to me is not always blood. Family to me is not always somebody that has birthed you or shares your same strain of DNA. Family are people who rally around you in good times, not just bad times. Family to me show up unannounced, not just to violate your privacy. They show up to come check on you even when they know you straight. Feel me? Family reaches to resolve issues once they're presented, not further make the situation worse with dredging up ancient fucking history. See, family don't treat you according to how they feel. They treat you according to how the need needs to be addressed. Because the way that I know how I get down, it doesn't matter if I have a discrepancy with one of my children or not. If they need their mama gonna be there. My personal feelings aside. And see, family don't always operate like that. It don't matter what combination you put together. Mother-daughter, mother-son, father-daughter, father-son, brother-sister, sister-sister, brother-brother. However you want to slice it. The generation I grew up in and the elders, they parent and rear their families according to how the fuck they feel and not what's practical, logical, and mentally, emotionally, and spiritually what's in the best interest of goddamn children. Proof positive shows that people stay together for the kids, and the kids wind up more fucked up because y'all stayed together as opposed to get a divorce, move on, y'all go find your happiness with somebody else or not, because kids would rather come from a broken home than live in a broken home. I raised you the best way I know how. Well, when you know better, you do better. If you see the error of your ways with your family, and then you're blessed enough to have grandchildren, then the thing to do is not try to correct your mistakes through those grandchildren, is to see where you can lend a better hand to your now grown children by being more supportive so your grandchildren have a better go at it, and to help your child rear that grandchild in a more prepared fashion so that they're more prepared for reality. Because a lot of our elders like to live in a deluded state. They can point the finger, and usually the one pointing the finger the most and talking the loudest is the one who is the messiest and got the most shit on their hands. That's many, I'm not going to say most, that's many families in the black nation. I hear it, see it all the time, and again, it spills out over into the rest of society, because all you got to do is click on Freak Book and YouTube, you know, the minstrel show, and you'll see it. You'll see the results of people raised amongst dysfunctional motherfuckers. And they the main ones on here hopping from hangout to hangout hoes, trying to capitalize and gain and garner attention, because within them, their soul, they are goddamn miserable. And you can tell how a person feels about themselves based on how they treat other people, especially total goddamn strangers. You know something is wrong when a nigga gotta get online and attack somebody that they don't even fucking know. That's a miserable motherfucker. Trust me. When they ain't got no other business but to come on hangout to hangout, dissecting somebody that is a complete stranger. Now, you can have your opinions, you can respond with what you feel, what the person said, but abuse, trying to exact abuse on a complete and total stranger, you never know when you reach in that bag what you gonna get. You do that shit, especially over here. And I prove my point quite a bit with these dysfunctional motherfucking miserable niggas on YouTube. That's a whole nother story. That illustrates my point why I take a pass on so-called family, because these niggas and the family that I've seen over the years, this is decades of time. This ain't just I woke up this morning and I noticed this shit. I got an epiphany of a confirmation to solidify what my already knowing self know in the spirit realm. And it just so happened to come through the messenger of the little pretty, the mini me, my girl cub. I raised you the best way I know how. You don't get to play victim as a parent if your children stumble along in life and they can't quite get it together. You don't get to say as a parent, I don't know what happened to my children. You don't get to do that. Sometimes you as a parent are not equipped to raise children that are happy, healthy, and whole. Sometimes our parents have gotten so caught up in being spouses and espoused to each other and trying to garner and control over the other one, the kids get left by the wayside. And the emotional nurturing, the enhancement and the enrichment that that child needs from you as a parent, it goes neglected. And then that child is not properly socialized, not properly prepared to move to the next level of educational, valuable tools that they need to learn, and so forth and so on. And then you have, again, what we see here on goddamn social media, a bunch of misfit ass motherfuckers running around looking for a mama. And this is why it's hard to find healthy relationships with our partners or mates, because you got fucked up adults still traumatized from their childhood and past events, going unaddressed, and they stumbling around in the dark trying to figure out who the fuck they are, what they want to be, and all that stuff, on down into their 30s and 40s, and they all fucked up in the head thinking that abuse equals love and respect. The more I abuse you and program you and groom you, the more you will and are required and entitled to submit to me. See, that's being raised by a fucked up ass mama. We are programmed to accept abuse as love. The little girl, the little boy that pulled the pigtails on the little girl. I like you. Trip her down the stairs. I like you. So she grew up thinking in the back of her subconscious that it's okay for boys to be mean to me because they like, that means they like me. And now you see grown ass niggas doing it. Following women around, calling them bitches, hoes, and sluts, but obsessed with the black woman. And mama said, I raised him the best way I know how. I don't know what happened to my child. You are what happened to your child. You did not socialize him properly, and as a woman, you gave him a poor example of how women should treat and respond to and communicate with men. You did not validate his motherfucking manhood. So no, you did not raise him the best way you knew how. You raised him using your emotions and not your practicality. You didn't reach for the knowledge of how to parent that child, and then you was too busy going around with the superstitious goddamn mantra of children are to be seen and not heard. Don't question an adult. You can't correct me, but goddamn it, yes they can. Your children can correct you, because if you're not parenting them right, then they have a complaint, and if that complaint goes unaddressed, then that child grows resentment because they don't have a voice and a strong advocate to get your ass in check as a parent. For you to evolve beyond the dysfunctional shit that you're doing. The tool belt need to be revamped and revised, if you will. I'm gonna take a pause real quick because I got some juicy comments in here. J-Man said 80% of black women are out of wedlock mothers. 68% of black men have never produced one child. Think about that, ladies. Wow, this is very interesting. Makes a lot of sense. A lot of sisters are out here having sex and reproducing with the same niggas. Isn't that some scary shit? Twice as many African Americans have died from abortion than have died from AIDS, accidents, violent crimes, cancer, and heart disease. Okay, you preaching now. Come on now, keep putting up that juicy information now. We're going to think about that now. We're going to let that simmer. 80% of black women are out of wedlock mothers. Now, I got a little question on that because ain't nobody asked me shit, but, you know, we got a lot of unwed parents, period. You know, and me with that unwed stuff, that's kind of a sketchy subject for me because it doesn't matter. If you produce, procreate, and conceive a child, that means it's legitimate. I don't give a fuck if you're married or not. However, when they come into this world to dysfunctional motherfuckers, then you need to further ingrain their legitimacy by putting your motherfucking dysfunction aside, addressing it, so that you can effectively raise a healthy child or children. And there's some hoe ass parents out there, and it's not just gender specific, mama or daddy. So the wedlock thing, I got a kind of little problem with that, but I feel where you're going with that. I feel where you're going with it. Now, this is another scary part of that comment. 60%, 68% of black men have never even produced one child. Now, I am more leaning toward agreeing with that because I have come across many brothers who say, I don't want no motherfucking children. With what we have to choose from out here now, I don't want no damn children. And can you blame them? Can you blame them? Because the majority of black women that I observe and have talked to, we got a lot of motherfucking issues that we don't know how to address, have not addressed. Some of us refuse to address. Why? Because we was raised by mamas who stifled our voice. You know, and Niecy Little Pretty is here too. So if I'm lying, she gonna tell me. Right? Mamas who was preoccupied with other shit. You the oldest, right? Of the girls. And your mama's playing. Am I bullshit? Was she or was she not preoccupied?
Yep.
Did you feel significant or did you feel insignificant?
I've been insignificant for centuries now.
She said centuries. It feels like centuries though.
Yeah.
It really do. Let me turn it down a bit.
I don't think we've ever been really close.
Now, I'm a product of the youngest child syndrome. I'm the scapegoat of my mama's narcissism. You know, all her woes and lack of attention and bonding and procurement of healing her marriage was placed on my motherfucking head before I even left the womb.
I think now that her little girl is here, she's trying to bond over her because she didn't get that chance with me.
So she's trying to kind of catch up using the baby
so
as
another chance.
Catalyst to correct herself and heal herself through her child, which is fucked up. You know, we got so many goddamn layers to this shit. I could be on this hangout all goddamn day. But we gonna take it one bite at a time because there's so much going on. 68% of black males have never produced one child. Ain't that some shit? 68. That's damn near 100. That's over half. You skating up to 70%. 3/4 damn near of black men go, you know what? Fuck that. And that is really smart in this day and age. Sad, but intelligent. Y'all see, that's why I said, y'all discount a man, a grown-ass man who is grown, who is grown, emotionally, mentally, and physically grown, will tell you, I ain't found nobody worthy to have a baby with yet. And ladies, you try to trick these men into having your children, altering the condoms, skipping out on taking care of yourself with the whatever birth control method you use. I don't believe in that synthetic shit. I believe in crossing your motherfucking legs until you ready to do the shit. Right. And there's a way to do it. You don't always have to be fucking like jackrabbits. You don't need to have sex. You need water, food, and shelter. Those are shit you need, and clothing. You don't need sex to goddamn survive. So we're going to get to that later. But listen to these grown men when they tell you. Instead of taking it as a diss, you know what? I'm not ready. You ain't ready to have my child, to have our child. We shouldn't be combining genes because it's some issues that need to be addressed with one or both of us. And until we see some healing in that era, we ain't going to have no children. We're not going to do that. We're not going to do that to each other. We're not going to do that to the child. Think about it, ladies. and men, because it's men that do some trickery too, to nail the woman with a baby, and then when that don't get her in line, then you want to start beating on her and or the children to fix it the way you think it should be, and it's really dysfunctional. How the fuck you got that child here? See? So listen to the person when they say they're not ready for children, because they know themselves better than you do. And it's not fair to the child. It is a disservice, a disrespect, and a disgrace to that child's very life when you bring them into this world and they are born into dysfunction. You know, you got 9 and 12 and 15 children, and you ill-equipped to take care of your own damn self, let alone another breathing, living being. And these, again, the same motherfuckers that's on social media going around got a monopoly on what other people should and shouldn't be doing. Hello? Now, the next point. A lot of sisters are out here having sex and reproducing with the same men. And here we have why we got Maury Povich, Jerry Springer. I can keep going. But y'all get the drift. You got 2 women fighting each other over a nigga that's ill-prepared to take care of his own self, let alone all the children that he making with all these different women. And got nerve to play the victim in some shit when it is proven that these are his children. Now he can't afford to properly nurture them, not to mention financially support them. Now he the goddamn victim. Ain't no victim in shit. The mama or the daddy. You both volunteered to copulate, which then turned into conception, then birth. Ain't no fucking body the victim. It's only participants in the shit. Whether you was manipulated, tricked, or whatever, you still voluntarily copulated with another consenting adult. So you don't get to play victim when the results don't come out the way that you had hoped. And when you're not committed to 25 years to look at this co-parent often. Because kids are not ready to enter the world at 18. I'm sorry, they're not. They're not adults at that age. Mentally, they're not. Emotionally, they're not. Physically, yeah, they big as you, bigger than you, and they look like adults, talk like adults, move around like adults, but they are ill prepared for this rugged ass, scurvy ass society, dog eat dog, because we preoccupied with how shit look on paper and appear to everybody else on the outside looking in. They worried about, why the fuck you worried about that? I'm trying to get you to help me learn, teach me something. We drill it in their head. Get an education. Be self-sufficient. Do it yourself. Don't look for handouts. Be careful who you ask for help. Okay, all that is good, well, and fine. Yeah. But the how is the trick. How am I supposed to do this? What is the method? You have any suggestions on how to go about it? And then we give them a tidbit morsel, and then we walk away. We don't help walk them through the process and explain certain things to them, break it down to the least common denominator of analytical thought to teach them critical thinking and how to navigate through situations, how to present themselves in certain situations and venues of business, education, finance, and all that. We don't do it because we preoccupy with our own motherfucking demons, whether it be a dysfunctional marriage or union or partnership, whether it be other problems in our life that we are poorly equipped to handle that have trickled down over onto our children now because we decided to open up a new chapter of birthing children before we cleaned up the shit in our life that we needed to clean up before they got here. That's what I'm talking about. When you know better, you do better. If you see how fucked up your children are, now they're grown and they finally figured it out with no credit to you as a parent, then you need to start reevaluating yourself when you start having grandbabies. And you say, you know what? This is the shit that I didn't do with mine. So now let me give my child what they need to be a parent to my grandchild. Let me be that support. Let me be that nurturer. Let me be that bridge for them because it took them a minute to get it together. Now I have a second chance. That's how you're supposed to be a grandparent. We the cheerleaders on the background with the wallet and the ATM waiting just in case the parents slip and fall off their horse. You're supposed to throw that safety net under there for them. That's what the fuck parents do. That's what the fuck we here for. Not to put them out the house at 18 and say, go ahead, go, figure it out. You grown now. I did the best I can. I'm done. I'm tired. That's some selfish shit. And the majority of the parents of the generation that I'm in, that's their mentality. You 18 now, so get the fuck out. When you gonna get your shit together? When are you gonna help me learn how to get my shit together? Because from 0 to 18, all I did was watch y'all motherfuckers fight, watch a bunch of bullshit go on in my life, and then nobody teach me nothing. Did nobody prepare me for 18? Did nobody prepare me for 21? You can say it's not true all you want, live in denial, goddammit, but it's true. It's true. Because I'm a living witness, so is Niecy Pooh, and I have several people that have testified to the same shit. Now, we got another juicy one. Twice as many African Americans have died from abortion than have died from AIDS. J-Man, put the link in there too, if you will, of where you got this from, because that's going to help a lot. Put it in there so they can look at this shit themselves. They don't believe me. Or you, I should say, you pull it up. Twice as many African Americans, and they do that shit on purpose. That's for a greater cause. Planned Parent in the hood, Planned Parenthood. You know, that's gender cleansing, eugenics. However, we so easily dupe and fooled as to believe that it's a benefit to be tricked into murdering your own child. Now, sometimes abortion, it comes in for medical reasons to preserve the life of the mama. Sometimes it is necessary, and I'm a nurse and I know what the fuck I'm talking about. No, I don't support abortion, but I have seen critically ill mothers and even more critically ill unborn babies. And sometimes it's just unavoidable. So we ain't gonna get into the debate about abortion and all that shit, because it's just too complicated for unsophisticated people in mixed company. So we're gonna leave that on the side burner for right now. But twice as many African Americans have died from abortion than have died from AIDS, accident, violent crimes, cancer, and or heart disease combined. They say the most dangerous place for a baby is in the womb of a black mama. Why? Because we so busy slut shaming black women to break down their psyche to the mindset of a slut, so then we can capitalize on her low self-esteem. Then once we capitalize on her low self-esteem and impregnate her with the spawn of a dysfunctional union, Once that child comes into the world, we begin to attack on the child and the mama to further drive her over into an abyss of depression, further dysfunction, and poor choices. Society do this shit. And then we further debase her when she take advantage of the handout, quote unquote, that's given by the government, instead of the village rallying around her to lift her up so she can lift her child or children up. We tear her down further by giving her welfare. Is it bad? No, welfare is not bad. It's a stepping stone. Do we use it as a stepping stone all the time the way it should be used for? No. But we wouldn't need a goddamn outside source for a stepping stone if the village was not so goddamn dysfunctional. I don't know. Maybe I don't know what I'm talking about. I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. Because we see it as an example right here. Social media. Shaming tactics. Oh, you sound like you was raised by a single mother. You so over emotional. You sound like you didn't have a daddy. You sound like your mama abandoned you and you was raised by wolves. Well, you know what? I would like to see half of the critics hold it down, even how raggedy it might be. Hold a family together, feed them, talk to them, teach them, take them to school, bathe them, care for a family single-handed, especially the motherfuckers that got their seed all over the place and ain't paying attention to half of them, but yet on here talking shit about single mamas when they motherfucking asses is single daddies shacking up. Some of them goddamn ostracized, sitting in a fucking corner somewhere talking to themselves in the basement, and the only human interaction they get on the daily is this motherfucking social media. Now, if abortions is killing us faster than anything else combined, what does that tell you? We need to do the damn research for ourselves too, and stop relying on other motherfuckers to count our numbers for us. Because a lot of these polls and Gallup polls and statistical shits that they say to us ain't got nothing to do with us. It's some made up, trumped up shit. Because anybody called me and asked me shit. So, okay, it's a link there. Good. Thank you so much. I raised you the best way I know how. You know, our mamas, we can't really fully put all the responsibility on them either, because the lack of the information that's available to us plays a part in that too. Now we live in the age of information and technology and microwave means of accessing knowledge, and to see the level of ignorance that still exists among the black nation is still astounding to me, and it really shouldn't be, but it is. It really is. And then when those among us are smart enough to access this information and use it to live our greatest good, we got those ignorant ones that still intermingle into the black nation, want to tear us down for using the information to our benefit. And that's why they spend all day on social media talking shit about everybody else and not accessing the information they need to enhance their lives, to evolve from the misery that they live in, that they have designed for themselves. See, when you know yourself, you don't have to pull nobody down. You don't have to criticize nobody. You don't have to look for a target and a trigger in that target to see, oh, they said and did something that bothers me, so now I'm going to go over there and impose on their right to quiet and peaceful enjoyment of society and fuck with them. because they struck a nerve. Struck a motherfucking nerve in me. How dare this person sit up on their YouTube stream and dissect and reveal how dysfunctional I am? Because I fit the bill of what the fuck she talking about. So I'm going to go over here and fuck with her. That's a person that's miserable. What's up, Mama Cita? Good to see you, girly girl. I hope you're doing good. J-Math, I hope you're doing good too. I'm sorry. Excuse my manners. Great afternoon to you. Thanks for stopping in. Hit that empathangie@gmail.com if you got any questions, concerns, topics for discussion, anything like that. Just hit it up. And you know my readings is $20 live, so we get the business on out the damn way, okay? And we're going to get it back on in. I raised you. This is taking a pass on so-called family. That's what we're doing. I'm taking a goddamn pass, okay? I pass. Let me get a ring check on the family that I seen growing up, because it's fucked up. You don't do family that way. And it's really telling when a complete stranger that you can't physically touch can connect with you spiritually more so than the people that you shared a life with growing up. Oh, that one say 70% of yeah. Check them links too. If you watching, click that link. Take a gander. Do a little digging. Let's learn about who we are, why we having the issues and trials we having that connect back to ill-prepared parents. Just because they was married don't mean that they was equipped to have us and give birth and raise us. Because they were suffering demons too from their own oppressors, whether it was white supremacy, their parents, or anybody else in their life that created a traumatic event to scar them enough to be able to move forward to have children to fuck them up too. It's hard to objectively look at your parents, it really is. Because you spent your whole life with them and they had enough grace and mercy on you to feed you, keep you clean and safe enough, and get you basically educated enough to shove your ass out the front door at 18, 19, 21. And some of them hold on too goddamn long. I'm getting there too. Getting to that. It's telling. It's very telling. Taking a pass on so-called family. When you see what you see now in society and the chaotic nature of people and how demented they are, it's a straight shot to tell you that they have had a life that can only, you can't make the shit up, that can only lend to the conclusion of dysfunction was very acute in the environment that they grew up in. And of course we got a lot of pseudo psychologists and psychiatrists running around too, who pick up a book and read a couple chapters and they think they're a goddamn expert and got a monopoly on fucking somebody else's life, and their own internal demons is fucking them up. They can't even address their own damn demons and resolve their own issues in a productive fashion. They have to fucking vomit all over everybody else who ain't even thinking about them. But in the age of information, it's a benefit, especially for elders, to pay attention, to stay abreast on the changing evolutionary behaviors of their legacies under them, whether it be their children or their grandchildren or just the younger generation as a whole, to communicate and bridge the gap of that old superstition. I was raised like this, so I raised mine like this. I turned out just fine. No, the fuck you didn't. Because you're looking at your kids and you wonder why you can't get a grip on why there's so many turbulent, tumultuous, chaotic events that keep happening back to back to back within your family unit, and you don't have the tools to address them properly and resolve them. There's a lot of enabling going on. It's a lot of denial, a lot of delusion, and a lot of disrespect when it comes to family and dysfunction. And when you can override all of that, turn your head to the shit that you don't want, the ugly truth, when you can turn your head to the ugly truth, something wrong with you. It's never easy looking at the mistakes that you make as a parent and say, damn, I fucked up. And this affected my child. Now I gotta figure out how to try to begin to undo what the fuck I did before it's too late. And it becomes too late when it starts to take a toll on your children and their children. That's when it's too late. When you start fucking up your grandchildren and even your great-grandchildren get a little taste of it, that's goddamn too late. It's too late to play victim. It's too late to say, God, what the fuck is wrong with my family? And then if you got one or a few in the midst that's willing and volunteer the truth, and you ostracize that person because they telling you the truth about your motherfucking ass, again, I say it's something wrong with you. You know, the double standard of, I'm your mama, and I'm going to do this, this, and that because I'm your mama. Sometimes as a mama or a father or whatever, you need to just move around and let your child handle their children and learn the way that they parent before you step in and try to override their parental authority. Just because you don't understand it or agree with it does not mean you have the right and entitlement to step on the toes of a parent-child relationship or bond. We see a lot of that in the black nation. Oh, you don't know what you're doing with that child. You need to come on. Let me see. I'm your grandmama. Don't worry about what your mama say or your daddy say. I'm your grandmama. I know what the fuck to do. And you making it worse. Then you're sending a message to the child that I don't have to listen to my parents and abide by what they have set up as my boundaries. I can override them and go to my grandparents or another family member and get the levity that I need. Defying authority. So then they go to school and start fucking up, doing the same thing. Then you want to punish them for it, and there's no united front. You're subconsciously teaching these children how to defy authority, how to defy the natural order of things, how to overlook what their parents know to be good for them. Not to mention fucking up the whole rhythm of a household. Because you got the parents going at it with this one child that's out of pocket. And the rest of the children, if any, in the household go neglected because you focused solely on that one quote-unquote problem child. And then the grandparents turn tail and run and hide, or they chime in and further infect the situation with more bullshittery and fuckery and delusion. And when it all come out in the wash, don't nobody want to own up to their own part and how it got fucked up in the first place. Everybody want to play the victim or innocent. I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. I'm sorry it's this bad. But, you know, had it been me, or had I had a hand and you did have a hand in fucking it up, and the help that was necessary, you couldn't reach for that help to lend because you're too busy caught up in your own damn feeling on what you feel is right. And what you feel is right don't make it right. Don't make it a fact. Don't make it effective. Lots of our people do that. Well, I feel. Okay, that don't make it a fact. That don't make it functional. Just because you feel this shit and you believe it don't mean it's effective and it'll work for someone else's situation. Whether that's your child or not, you need to back the fuck up. Because you don't coexist with those people daily. You don't know the interworkings of everything. You can't know. And instead of trying to find out everything and be nosy and meddlesome and messy, maybe just observing will help you learn about the relationship that your child has with your grandchild to be able to help smooth things over and heal things effectively. That's that word again. I'm going to wear that motherfucker out. Effectively. Instead of being a malignant source of chaos in your children's life with pontificating and being a hypocrite and trying to shove a dogmatic indoctrination down their goddamn throat. I done pissed off a whole lot of Christians. Instead of trying to throat fuck them with some mythical bullshit, you need to address the issues and own your part. And when you see where you have created a malignancy, a tumor of chaotic dysfunction, now surgery needs to take place. You cannot heal what you refuse to acknowledge. So this is why I take a pass on some so-called family, because everybody that's related to you don't have your best interests at heart, and sometimes they don't even realize that themselves. You can have some of your biggest haters who share the DNA that you have. Same parents. And I was just telling Little Pretty and Niecy Pooh, I'm going to have a wall of haters when I open up the Totem. It's going to be all the way in the back. But it's going to be one of the most fly walls of appreciation you have ever seen. It's going to be platinum, gold, and bronze. The platinum section is my mama. All the hate, I'ma immortalize it. It's gonna be documentation to prove the dysfunction, and right underneath that column, it's gonna be my nursing degree when I finish medical school of how she said that I was never amount to shit. That's one degree, and I'm gonna put that next to my high school diploma because I was 18 when I had my daughter, Little Pretty, and everybody tried to make me drop out of high school with 6 months left to go. See, it's a whole lot of shit. If I start telling y'all what the fuck I went through, you blow your fucking brains out. So I'm going to have my high school and college graduate school diploma right there underneath the column of hateration from my mama. Then the gold section is my sister. See, because I always said the two women that showed the first two examples of women was my mama and sister, and it's undesirable examples. Gold section gonna be my sister in blinking lights, and I'm gonna have all the hateration that documented there, and underneath that I'm gonna have my psychology degree and license posted under there. Then the third and final piece de resistance, hateration by proxy, would be my father. Because half of the reason why I have to take a pass on fucking around with my father is because of my mom. See, I was the get right baby. You gonna get right after we had this one, and if you don't, I'm gonna make your life a living hell. And you, baby, born into this dysfunction, you didn't fix my marriage. So now every fucking thing that go wrong from this parent is your fault. How dare you have a relationship with your father? Cause mine is fucked up with him. So yours gonna be fucked up too. That's half the battle. So it's not much under the column for my dad. It's a few little things. But I'm gonna put my law degree underneath that column. So when y'all come visit the butterfly totem and you know of a hater, I'm gonna have a wall where you can paint next to that and say, paint the name of your biggest hater on the wall of hateration. And we're gonna address that fucking hater, and we're gonna dig deep and find out why we can't put that to bed. And we're gonna dig down, do some surgery, and figure out how we can resolve that within your spirit to rid yourself of that demon with all the oils and herbs and potions and services of the butterfly totem. And you'll have a lawyer present on deck to help you draw up a goddamn restraining order for your haters if you need that. See how that works? So taking a pass on so-called family, that's what my choice is. Sometimes you can work with it and you don't have to cut the cord and go no contact. Sometimes they come around. But you got to have consequences when your family violates your boundaries. And you got to stick to it. You know, if the consequence is a conversation and a warning, then stick to that. Leave it there. Don't go no further explaining why you need to do what you doing to get them motherfuckers up off you so you can have a right to quiet enjoyment of your motherfucking life without them sticking their nose all in your shit, meddling around, making shit worse. Because if it's not true, then I'm purple with yellow polka dots. The tongue is like a double-edged sword. Very destructive. You know, and children, they don't remember all the shit that you bought them, all the shit places you took them, you know, out of trying to vie for their love and approval by buying them. They remember how the fuck you made them feel when they really needed you and you weren't there. That stands out more. And it takes 1,000 I love yous to erase one time of saying something that's destructive to that child. One you ain't shit equals 1,000 I love yous. Y'all remember that. The more you program your children with subliminal failure, mantras of, you know, I'm worried about you. I don't know. You know, sometimes I wonder. It's going to take 1,000 positive affirmations to erase that one negative. Children remember how you made them feel when they needed your emotional support. They needed your encouragement. They needed you in some kind of way, shape, or form that did not involve a physical or monetary or material thing. They need way more than that. And when they don't get it, they go looking elsewhere for it. Hence why we have babies, younguns, having younguns. It's people looking for love, approval, and validation with the wrong outside source. It don't matter if you got a 2-parent household, 1-parent household, single father, single mother. If you're not validating their love, their need for approval and encouragement to enrich them and say, you know what, you are important, you're worthy, you deserve good, you deserve positive things to happen in your life. That is what we are for as parents. Not to enable them to be self-entitled, affluenza having motherfuckers. See, I see a lot of that too in grown adults in my generation. They feel self-entitled. Well, I didn't get it from my mama or my daddy or my siblings or any other family member that say they love me. So I'm going to go entitle myself to take it from somebody else by any way. If it's abusive, dangerous in any way, I don't give a fuck how I get it. I'm going to get the validation some kind of way, shape, or form. So it's very important to look at this and see if you might need to take a pass on some so-called family. Because sometimes it's a healthier road to hoe. Mentally, your peace of mind, your family life, your home, your finances, your goddamn planning a vacation is more peaceful if you keep even some family out your shit because they don't respect boundaries. You know, every situation is different. It's a case-by-case basis, but we heal in the goddamn nation. This was inspired by the little pretty powwow that I have with my daughter very regularly. I do it. You know, and it was one motherfucker on here who decided he was going to expose, well, it was different. I can't remember how many goddamn reasons was it he was doing what the fuck he was doing. First, it was he going to expose me as a whole. I'm running, chasing him. Then he going to expose the dysfunction between me and my daughter. Then it was something else and something else and something else that he invented some shit that I went on a show talking shit about him to some shitty person that I don't even fucking like. On and on and on. But I didn't make none of that shit no secret as far as it goes between the dysfunction in my motherfucking family with my daughter or anybody else that I'm connected to. So I don't know why the fuck he felt he was doing so fucking much, because ain't no shame in my game. I know if I came from a dysfunctional family, then I know I'm going to have some issues with my own because I'm still figuring this shit out. And this is why I'm doing what the fuck I'm doing. So hopefully I can help other people figure shit out too. Because while I help people work through their shit, this helping me work through my shit too. That's why I say heal the motherfucking nation. So the little feelers that's out there watching, they can go ahead and run tell that too. You know, because that's another motherfucker that spent too goddamn much time worrying about what other motherfuckers think. I'm just saying. My niece over here laughing at me. But it's true, okay? And again, can't nobody dismantle what the fuck they didn't build, okay? And I say again, as I say so many times, I built my fucking throne with bricks that other motherfuckers threw at me. So I dare anybody else to come over here thinking that they can snatch me off my fucking square. And I'm going to change who the fuck I am or how the fuck I get down just because you feel some kind of way about yourself. Fuck ya. That's how I feel about it. So I'm just trying to plant some seeds of exposure, plant some seeds of healing so that it'll manifest and maybe it'll kick on a light bulb or two, put a quickening in the spirit to say, you know what, I'm feeling that. Let me apply some boundaries. Let me reinforce some boundaries with my so-called family, to have, so I can have a healthier travels through my lifetime. Let me open up a new chapter and keep them motherfuckers out and then see how that go, as opposed to trying to share it with family. And then the more you share, the more fucked up it is. Like a wedding. Just like a wedding. When I swear, I'm going to use my own wedding as an example because I don't know about nobody else's. But I can speak confidently about my own fucked up ass wedding. Why was it fucked up? For the majority of it was fucked up because I involved my dysfunctional ass motherfucking family. And everybody want to live vicariously through the goddamn bride, And with in onset of me sharing the damn date and planning the journey of planning, everything that I had as an outline that I wanted to do for my fucking wedding turned into something else within a matter of 24 hours. It was different colors, different food, different music, every fucking thing was changed. And it no longer was my motherfucking wedding. It was the bitches in my family's wedding. It was to be motherfuckers who I ain't talked to since I was 7, 8, 9 years old, coming altering my shit for me on my goddamn day. And when I kicked everybody the fuck out my house, we actually had fun planning that fucking wedding. It was miserable for that. I had to put everybody out. Get the fuck out. Get out my motherfucking house. It was pretty too. They came in. We had food. We had deviled eggs and shit. We had a barbecue. We were sitting around talking. I put all my little swashes out there. Everybody was happy. Then before you know it, and even still some of the damn day itself, I still was not happy because I was sitting up there with goddamn weave that was itchy and hot as fuck and didn't want that shit in my hair. I already got a lot of fucking hair. Before I was locked, I had a 26-inch afro. I didn't want no fucking weave in my hair. Okay, I'm just giving examples of how family can fuck shit up. So I had somebody say, let me experiment. This heifer experiment, put all this goddamn shit in my hair. It was too late to take it out and restyle it, so I had to wear that shit on my day. This heifer styled me up how she wanted to look on her day, living through me. You see? See that? I was supposed to have a hair lace on my head with Native American feathers coming down, and some other hooker brought a fucking fake ass tiara and shit. I mean, I'm just giving examples of how people can help you fuck up something that's supposed to be for you just because they family, they think they can change your shit for you. And the boundary came and I said, get the fuck out. Everybody leave. Take the food. I don't give a fuck. Take the dog, the cat. Take all this shit. Get the fuck out. Back to the drawing board. Me, Little Pretty, the groom, and one other person. Put that shit together in a matter of 2 months. We hopped the broom. And of course, like I said, it was a dysfunctional setup. So the shit didn't last. And I'm glad of it because, he deserved that shit. I tried to fucking make his life miserable just like he did me. But I'm not a victim. So I know what the fuck I did and I'm proud of it. I'm proud I fucking chased that nigga away. Yay. So there you go. That's how an example of how family can make you fucking miserable because they think I'm family. I'm coming in here to do and show you what I want you to do because I think it'll be so and so. I didn't ask you. I asked you what you think about what I fucking picked, not what you want to see. You know. And there was some random motherfucker out the blue. Oh, guess what, cousin? Your mama called me and showed me so and so and so. Guess what I want? I want to see you in this dress. I already got my goddamn dress. I don't even fucking like dresses like that, but I already bought the motherfucker. So why are you trying to change my damn dress now? You see? And mad because I'm like, all that shit is in place. From the cake, I bullshit you not. From the cake, the invitations, why did I choose these versus those seem like more wedding-like invitations? Family will fuck you up. And because we say, that's my sister, that's my mama, I don't want to upset her. Let me pick the dress that she want me to wear. I envision my baby walking down the aisle looking like this. It ain't you. If you wanted to look like that, you should have wore that shit when you got married. If you married. You did? And if you go back and rewind in time to my mama's wedding, she looked like her goddamn black Cinderella. She had a beautiful wedding. I don't really like weddings. I didn't like the fucking wedding I had. I didn't want to do it that way. But people putting their hands in the pot. Too many fucking chefs in the soup spoil the fucking meal. See? My mama looked like a black Cinderella, Pocahontas. Okay? She had a gorgeous wedding. And then she even said her great aunts came fucking around at the last minute, motherfucking dropped the cake, fucked it up. All kind of shit happened on her wedding day that shouldn't have, because of other motherfuckers. They had to come fix the cake, all kind of shit. They had pictures of it. I can prove it. She showed me. That's one thing she did show me. I couldn't believe it. That she showed that she had anything fucked up. Because let my mama tell it, she is goddamn. Who is the martyr? What's the martyr's name? Mother Teresa. Without spot nor blemish. Let me quit. But that's why I take a pass on motherfucking family. And then my poor brothers, they was just like, you know what? Why don't you just have a goddamn picnic and call it a day? Fuck all this bullshit. So I'm unpacking on goddamn family. I had enough. I had enough of the bullshit. They did the same shit when I threw a baby shower for my granddaughter before she was born. Simple shit. We got a well-wishing party for the baby on the way. That's the point of having a goddamn baby shower. Oh, the old ass elder crone bitches. Here they come. Well, she ain't married. You want all these people in your business knowing that you got an illegitimate granddaughter coming? Really, bitch? I take a pass. The whole reason is to shower love on the mother and the baby so that the mother does not have to worry about certain things and acquiring certain things for her child so she can bond with her child. So she don't have to go out to Walmart and buy bottles and shit. This shit is expensive. Cribs and sheets and blankets and burping towels and all that shit. She might be a nursing mother. She needs nursing equipment to nurse the baby. You know, that's what the fuck a baby shower is for, to get to know the mother's style of how she want to raise her damn child so you can help her bridge the gap to that shit. That's what the fucking village is for. That's what your family is for, to help you. She's supposed to call you as her sister. If you free, I need you to watch the baby, because I got to go grocery shopping, or I got an interview, or I got date night with my dude. You know, get a little time out, a couple hours. You handle that for me real quick. I come back, we back to normal. That's what the fuck family is for. And then you up in your feelings because she happy with her little unit over there. You ain't. You fighting and bickering, trying to change your nigga into somebody he ain't. And then y'all got children looking at y'all acting fucking stupid. Then you gonna go over to your sister's house and cause more havoc in her house, telling her how she shouldn't be doing with her nigga and her children. And then y'all fighting and shit. Now the cousins looking at each other like, damn, now we can't play with each other because our mamas is fighting. And the two niggas looking at each other, looking at y'all going, God damn. And we wonder why. It's a high divorce rate. It's a high rate of people not wanting to fuck with each other like that no more, get married. We wonder. We wonder. Oh, this divorce hit me out of nowhere. What happened? Well, you know, did you ask yourself what you did to help break down that union? And this divorce happened in all kind of ways. And you don't have to be married to divorce somebody. You break up, that's a divorce. You divorcing that person that you with, you no longer with them. It's a spiritual divorce. You know? The women, a lot of women, all but play the victim. Oh Lord, he was a dog. He cheated on me. He stole money. You knew he was fucked up when you met him, because he gave his best representative. And you hear women say that all the time. Oh, he swept me off my feet, child. Ooh, child, he's too good to be true. Oh, there's a red flag. Sorry to burst your bubble, ladies. If it's too good to be true, it usually is, goddammit. And give it enough time. Watch them. Watch them. That goes for the niggas too, the brothers too, the dudes too. Oh, she everything I wanted. She got a big ass, pretty face, small waist, big titties, snapper coochie, all that. Cook clean. You know, make me do strange things for change and all that. Then the representative get tired of acting. And the script ends. And the real shit starts. And before you know it, you got Medusa from the underworld fucking you up. Now you feel stuck. I done got her pregnant. We got the children. We got the house. We got all this shit. I can't just up and dip, even though some of us do. I'ma be the man. I'ma stick and stand tall. I'ma deal with it. We gonna fix it. I'ma keep plugging away. I'm not gonna change. I'ma keep being a good father, a good husband, or whatever. And I'ma keep trying to do right. And she keep doing wrong. She just keep tearing up what the fuck you build. She don't see that your hustle is hers. You work too much. You sleep too much. You don't pay enough attention to me. Instead of chiming in and getting on that hustle train with you. Instead of chiming in going, you know what? We gonna spend some time with the children together. Then we gonna make it work where we can have our little date time, alone time. Then we gonna work on that where we bring in the paper. No. You build, I fuck it up. Because you ain't doing what I want you to do. Now we ain't together no more, so I'm going to start bringing the kids, dropping them off, fucking with you, fucking with your person that you with now. If you got a new person, whatever, I'm going to fuck you up. I'm going to make sure I destroy you if I got to use your kids to do it. Then we got commitment phobes. We got a whole bunch of people out here with a whole bunch of cheering that they don't know what to do with, like the old lady living in the shoe and shit, and then got nerve to play the victim. Well, I tried with her, I tried with him, it didn't work, I moved on, rebound. Before I was really through, emotionally done with the first person, I hopped from the frying pan into the fire with another person, and then we went and tried to repeat. I tried to replace the old one with the new one and turn the new one into the old one and put the qualities in the new one that the old one didn't have. See, y'all don't want to hear that though. You don't want to talk about that, because it's easier to switch lanes over into the victim instead of looking at ourselves. I talked to one dude for like 6 hours. All he could talk about was how fucked up his ex was. I mean, what did you do though? I want to know what you did to add to that dysfunction. I let him talk all that time. He was talking so much he was sweating. Finally, when I posed that question, he shut down. Wouldn't say nothing. Got mad. You volunteered. You picked her. She picked you. You mean to tell me she is the only one who did everything she could to fuck it up? You didn't do shit? You didn't reciprocate none of that at all. You was a complete angel throughout this whole journey. You didn't retaliate. You didn't cuss back. You didn't do nothing to reciprocate what she was giving to you. Maybe sometimes what you do is how you act and the way you view things manifests ugly. Like I said, you could tell a lot about how somebody feels about themselves by the way they treat others, especially the ones closest to them, like family. That's why I take a pass on family, because the people that's closest to me are the most toxic motherfuckers I have ever met. And I waited. I'm like, you know what? I can't say that because I'm only 22. Then I got to 32. And I said, well, I'm only 32. That's not really that long here. Then I got to 42, and I said, God damn it, now I've been around here 4 decades, and this shit still ain't changed. No matter how much I jump up and down, holler, have a fucking hissy fit about how fucked up it is. These motherfuckers ain't changing. So what I need to do is take responsibility for volunteering in this shit and stop sticking my head over a barrel underneath a guillotine blade and take a motherfucking pass. I take a pass. Now I'm 45. I'm almost half a century old. Still, when I lay it down and I point out the facts of how fucked up it is in this here unit, I still take a pass on the bullshit. And it ain't no happy medium sometimes. Other times you can work it out. You can find a happy medium if both are willing to do the work. But when you got people that set in their ways, like some of our elders, they so goddamn tired from fucking shit up and meddling, they don't have no more energy left to do the work to fix it. And then some of them so damn sick, physically sick and mentally stuck in their own way. You hear them say that? I'm set in my way. You hear elders say that all the time. I'm set in my ways. I ain't gonna change. I've been confined this way all these 7,500 years. So I'm gonna stay the way I'm is. You're supposed to change and evolve down throughout the years. Then there's some core characteristics about you that do stay the same. But with evolution, some of those traits about us evolve. We learn more. We see different things. We experience different shit, and it adds to them core characteristics. Hello? If you reject shit that you don't know nothing about just because it's new, then that tells me you one ignorant motherfucker. And that elder I can't fuck with because you ain't got shit for me but some antiquated superstitious, fear-based shit. And I live in reality. I live in reality. I'm not afraid of the world. I'm not afraid of what's out there. I'm not afraid to learn something new and do something new. Create something new. Hence, butterfly totem. But if I listen to some of the elders that call themselves family, who have never been to law school, psychology school, medical school, never had to hustle to make ends meet, worked a 9 to 5 until they damn died, fingers fell off and shit, never had a chance to venture out and be independent, think outside the box. I'm sorry, all due respect, but I don't want to hear it. Because all I'm going to hear is the same thing. Well, I had to walk uphill backwards in a snowstorm in Alabama, excuse me, with Massa following me to school 20 miles every day. So I know what it is to struggle. Okay, I understand your struggle was real. That's some gangster shit. Now, I got this here struggle that's a lot different than what your struggle was. Anything you can lend to that? No. I don't know about y'all newfangled shit. See? There you go. That's the ignorant. Are you listening to me? No. I'm not listening because I'm so busy stuck on my struggle and forcing it down your throat and making you understand that I'm going to sit here and watch you suffer because I'm still hurting and stuck and fixated on walking uphill backwards to school every fucking day with no shoes on. You know? Family. Oh, come to me. We love you unconditionally. But you piss them off before you need a little something. Advice, little money, a ride. Oh, it don't matter how small it is or how big it is. Piss them off. Go back and say, you know, I need your assistance on this, or I need your input. Oh, you know, 6 years ago when you cussed me out at the family reunion, oh, I ain't got over that. So I didn't get no apology. I ain't seen you in 6 years, so fuck you. Family. Okay, well, how can we resolve this then? Can I apologize now for it? Could you tell me what I did, what I said, so I can address it? We could move past this. Oh, no, fuck that, fuck you, fuck what you said to me, and fuck you need my help, fuck you. That's family. If you say it don't exist and you never went through it, you lying. You lying to yourself. Wake up. Bust the bubble. It's okay to take a pass on family sometime because it's lending to your greater good. It's okay to draw a boundary and say, you know what? I mean, I love you, family member. I love you. I appreciate your concern. I appreciate you wanting to jump in with both feet and rearrange my motherfucking life the way you think it should be. But you need to fall back just a couple steps. Have a little seat on the princess pillow over there. I got this here. I got it. And if they still don't listen, sometimes you got to take a pass. You got to punch that card and move on. Move the fuck on. I can't talk and deal with you like this. I can't deal with that. That you doing right there, all the most. I can't deal with that. So we gonna forget about each other for a little while. We gonna put that on the back, give it a powder, as the old pimps used to say. We gonna take a powder on that. There, it's crossing the boundary. So I'm gonna have to put up an electric fence to keep your motherfucking ass about my shit. See, it's okay. That don't mean you don't love them. That don't mean you don't respect them. That don't mean that they're not your family no more. You didn't disown them and you don't exist. I'm dead to you, all that bullshit. That don't mean that. It just means you are exercising your right, your spirit-given right, your universal right to have some motherfucking peace. Related or not, you would do it with a stranger, somebody that ain't related to you, a friend or a neighbor or a nosy motherfucker that you work with. Look, back up. I can't work effectively with you all over here in my shit. You would go to your supervisor and address the shit. Yeah, we need to redraw these damn boundaries because I got a coworker who's on the same level as me who think they my supervisor. So now we got to talk to this motherfucker over here, get him back in line, so I can continue to do my job, do good at it. He can continue to do his job, do good at it, and the whole rest of the damn unit of workers can have some motherfucking peace too. Okay. We live in our highest good. I ain't trying to have you ride my ass and you know we both have the same knowledge of the job, but you want to try to check me, make me your bitch, you know, because you threaten for whatever reason. You can tell a lot by how people feel about themselves, by how they fuck with you, I'm telling you. You know, that's why these misfits on here don't like me. Because I can see what they thinking. Yeah, I said see what they thinking. And I don't look at what people do. I look at how they do it. You know, and it's a pattern to every indicator of dysfunctional people. They got a pattern of how they do shit. Some of them got nice, nasty phases, you know. They nice to get you to lower your guard, sweet, accommodating, well-spoken, using $50, $60 words and shit, being so very amicable and agreeable. And the minute, hunty, you say something they don't like, or they find out a little tidbit about you that you didn't voluntarily share because they felt entitled to know it, they find out, and now all of a sudden your name ain't shit. They finna fuck you up and make it go from here to Pluto and back again with the damn drama. I just went through that shit this past year. Motherfuckers got my name in their mouth like fluoride, toothpaste. Still trying to justify their sickness through me because I'm the one that just wasn't going. And they got the same face, do damage control, you know. Oh, yeah, look at this and look at that. Oh, yeah, that shit was fucked up. I know what's really up, though. And them the type of people that they one way to the public, and behind the scenes, they some miserable motherfuckers. And they some backbiting, two-faced bitches, cowards. You know, and the people that support them be watching them, yeah. Ooh, that's funny, kiki, ha. And the whole time, they somewhere else, talking to somebody else, the same way they talk to you, stabbing your ass in the back, backbiting you too. Some of your biggest supporters. They can have a shitload of supporters. They're going to talk about each and every one of them, just like they talk about their target of dissension, whoever that might be. And in this case, it was me. I was the scapegoat because this person had a plan and a plot and a scheme, premeditated shit, and it started to unravel and fall apart in their goddamn lap, and then it eventually blew up in their fucking face, and they had to do damage control. So the first one to tell a story is always the most believable, right? And everybody else, oh, just let it go. Don't talk about it. Don't confront them. Don't do nothing. Don't say nothing. Just let it go. Don't say nothing. Don't respond. Why? Because, you know, when I respond, I'm going to drag your motherfucking ass all up and down these YouTube streets. You know what I'm saying? Want to lie on me? You going to think you are a victim when I get done exposing the truth. Hello? So, you know, it tells a lot about a person by how they treat others and how they see the world. If they make a choice to be nasty, pessimistic, skeptical all the time, or the majority of the time is some negative, fucked up ass energy they got going, or they choose to try to be positive and uplift themselves as well as others, and not in a deluded state. Realistically, We all have our ups and downs, our whacks and wanes, and peaks and valleys in life. You know, then those of us, some of us are just goddamn mentally ill, bipolar, and got split fucking personalities. We don't know how to deal with it. We skip our meds and we come on fucking social media and start shitting on people who we cannot control. And that's the bottom line of it there. So family, sometimes we gotta take a pass. And it's very healthy to do. And it's different. It feels weird. Oh, I used to talk to my mama every day. Sometimes that's your problem. Some of y'all, that's your motherfucking problem. Because sometimes mama can't hold water. I know mine can't. My mama can hold fucking water in a cup. Standing outside. If she sit in the yard with a glass of water, she gonna spill that bitch. Because she talks too fucking meddlesome. Meddling all around. Spilled a whole glass of water. Yeah, I take a pass. And then when you don't talk to her, like when I don't talk to her, you know, it's like she send people to go try to find out, to try to get information, instead of just picking up the phone and saying, you know what, that last time we had a little discrepancy, you know, I see what you was talking about, my bad, you know, I'm staying in my lane and whatnot, and let's talk. Let me get this myself together so we can have this happy medium going. No, delusional. What you mean? What I did I do that like Urkel and shit? Delusional, denial, gaslighting. Oh, I don't see the big deal. I'm your mama. You hear that all the time. It is a big deal because you're starting to stress me the fuck out, and now it's starting to affect my family, my health, and their health, and everything else. So it is a goddamn big deal, mama or not. Hello. So sometimes we got to take a pass, take a powder, give it a break, let it burn. You know, like Tupac said, sometimes we have to evaluate a situation and look at the pieces on the floor and decide whether we want to try to pick them back up or leave that shit on the floor and move the fuck on. Sometimes you gotta just leave some shit there. Just leave it there. Leave it there. You're not gonna get the closure you need from the source. So you got to learn how to accept the apologies that you ain't never gonna get. You got to learn how to evaluate and put closure to shit that people are never going to own up to their shit. They don't have the mechanism of personal accountability to understand what boundaries goddamn mean. They don't know how to stay in their lane. You're never going to get them to admit it, open their eyes to it, or even change. So inspire them to change. It don't inspire them to do shit, but keep doing the same shit out of spite because they caught up in what? Their own personal emotions. That's what fuck up a lot of relationships. The wrong kind of emotion. I feel you should be doing. You know what? I didn't ask you to fuck what you feel, did I? Why are you calling me with this bullshit? And who told you that? And where do you? How the hell? Wait a minute. You're an adult. Yeah, I'm an adult. Okay, so guess what? Mind your motherfucking business. See, that's why a lot of people, I don't have my phone ringing off the hook. I don't got email bling bling blowing up. I don't got Facebook fuckery going on. I have very little YouTube shit going on now unless I start some shit. Because motherfuckers don't want to approach me with that curious shit. That's another thing. I'm just curious. No, motherfucker, you nosy as hell. None of your business. That's why people gotta ask my neighbor and shit. And get misquoted, misguided information and travel around the neighborhood block with it. Then come back and call themselves exposing some shit. Because they know if they had asked me or do ask me, I'm going to tell you why the fuck you want to know. Why you want to know? And why is it your business and how is it helping you to know that private information about me, a grown-ass woman in a society that's free? I don't have to explain shit to nobody. If it's not affecting your life directly, fuck you. It's none of your business. Because you're not asking out of concern to try to lend to something. You asking to get information, a dog to carry a bone or bring a bone. You over here trying to collect the bone so you can take it somewhere else. And then you so much of a coward, you gotta have help to do it. You see what I'm talking about? Take a pass on all that bullshit. If that's what family do, if that what so-called e-friendships is, or friendships, or communals, or groups, cliques, any of that shit, that's why I roll solo. That's why I roll solo. And if I do dirt, I ain't got no goddamn witnesses. And then if somebody do see me, I'm going to do it proudly with goddamn neon fucking lights. I don't have shit to hide from nobody because I ain't ashamed of what the fuck I do. But a lot of motherfuckers got a problem with it because they can't really find anything really truly wrong. So they got to invent shit. They can't hate, so they lie. Family do that shit too. Mad because you happy. They holding on to a vendetta from years ago. Still got gripe with you. You try to bury the hatchet, they ain't budging. So you move on with your life. They still holding on to that bullshit. So every chance they get, they throw a dagger your way. They curse you, hex you, jinx you with all that negative shit. Oh, I'll be praying for you. When you tell them about that ass, well, I'm going to pray for you. Oh, you out of hand. No, I'm not out of hand. I'm right in the pocket, motherfucker, and I'm telling you to back the fuck up off me. Leave me alone. I don't have to tell you that. You know, me, I have the youngest child syndrome. Everybody thinks because I'm the youngest, no matter how old I get, what I go through in life, I'm still too dumb and stupid and slow to understand what's going on with the rest of the family. So then when I step in and regulate some shit and tell them to back the fuck up, she the baby. Why she coming? Oh, wait, we should be able to just shit on her. Do dumb shit, try to embarrass her with all kind of private questions, spread her business all around, invent shit to add to it. I can say, well, you know what? I lost my newspaper subscription. You know, I decided just to let it go. Why? Because I wanted to save some money. If I tell somebody that, you know what, Angie, she broke. Queen don't got no money. She had to stop her newspaper subscription because she said she ain't got no money. She destitute. She over there starving. Them kids ain't got no shoes and clothes and food. Why would she need to fucking stop her subscription? If she doing well, she a nurse, she should be able to afford to get the newspaper every day delivered to her front door. You see how family do? Why they do that? Because I may have had a little argument, a little tiff. You may have stepped on my damn toes. Watch what the fuck you say. Why are you asking me these nosy ass questions? I don't want to talk about it with you. It's private. It's none of your goddamn business. You feel me? What's up, Sam Wilson? I see you. So I take a pass on that shit. I said, that's none of your business. Why you so mean? I'm not mean. You just nosy. And you used to getting away with being nosy, where people just start unloading on you personal shit that ain't none of your business. And you knowing that information is not helpful to anyone. So, zip it. Oh, she was so rude. No, I wasn't. You rude for trying to pick and poke around in my damn bed. See, they don't rewind back far enough. They the victim when you check them. But they think they the predator when they come poking around, meddling around in your shit. That's why I take a pass with family. You know, and a lot of people on the outside too, you know, who are so-called acquaintances, family, friends, extended relatives too. They all can get it. When I say everybody can get it, you can get it. If I say, why do you ask? And your answer is, well, I'm just curious. That's how I know you trying to learn some shit that ain't none of your business. I don't look at what people do and say. I look at how they do it and say it. And you smile and ask, why do you ask? I was just wondering. Okay. Then they ask you again. And I said, why do you ask? I want to know. Well, it's not for you to know. Okay? Have a nice day, pumpkin. Oh, well, you ain't have to be rude. Really? It's rude for me not to indulge you in my personal shit? That's good. Peace to you too, Hotel. It's rude for me to have a private life? Fuck you. Well, how come you don't never be hanging around? Because I don't want y'all motherfuckers in my business. That's why. Because if I show my face, you're going to invent some shit. Because you don't know anything. A mystery. It's unknown to you, so you got a problem with it. That's how these motherfucking niggas do on here. On YouTube. On HoTube. Ho-ass niggas. They can't get all in your motherfucking business, so they got to invent shit. Oh, she must not have no man. I know she miserable. Look at her. She ratchet up here cussing and everything. And if you really got to know me, you would feel like a dumbass. Just like the other motherfuckers around the head he bitch talking shit now about me. Because they don't know. All they can do is speculate. So they feel better about speculating than going along with the facts of what they see. See? Some of us niggas, we don't have no critical thinking. I gotta follow the leader. I believe every fucking thing they say about her. Yeah, bitch. Then separate from all that fucking fuckery and sheeple piccolo player shit. Oh, damn, you cool anyway. You just don't take no shit. Yeah, motherfucker. But now I'm looking at you at the side eye because you can't think for yourself. So you dangerous to me because you got a fucking forked tongue. And I don't nurse snakes. Because if you nurse a snake back to health, they'll bite you right in the ass. Snakes don't have no respect of person and they don't have compassion. They don't. They will fuck you up. I owned a boa constrictor for 12 years and she was blind before she died, and she fucked me up. She didn't recognize my scent because when snakes get older and they lose their sight, their senses are in their tongue and their tongue is off balance. The senses in their tongue get thrown off balance. I walked up to the cage to throw a rabbit in there and she fucked me up, bit the shit out of me. She didn't recognize me, but I had her for 12 years. I couldn't be mad at the snake. She was doing what she do, protect herself. You know? And that taught me a lesson. Even if you nurse a motherfucker snake, you nurse a snake, it'll fuck you up. It don't matter when, where, or how. She was old. That's what I say to these people. You keep poking a sleeping rattlesnake, and then the snake wake up and bite your motherfucking ass after you've been warned by the tail. The rattler is your warning to get the fuck out the way. Friendly reminder, I will fuck you up. I might be smaller than you, but I have something you don't. You get bit by the damn snake, you want to fucking chop the snake head off and shit. And that's part of the ecosystem. You want to blame the snake because you a motherfucker. You want to walk up and fuck with a poisonous snake. Same shit. I'm over here doing my thing. You coming over here fucking with me, poking the snake. Leave me alone. Back the fuck up. Get out my business. No, let's keep poking. Let's keep digging. Let me send somebody over there and try to get some information from her so I can have something to go with. Oh, that didn't work. God damn it. Now I'm going to fucking victimize you. Oh, no, you're not. You're not going to make no victim out of me, motherfucker. Because I have something you don't. I have something you don't. And I warned you. I gave you fair warning. Being forewarned is to be forearmed, but you ain't strapped up. So now I'm gonna mow your ass down with my AK-47 of truth. And now you want to cry and bitch like somebody did something to you because I raped you with the truth and I put a little twist on it to give you a memory not to fuck with me. Just like that rattler. bite the fuck out of you and give you a heart attack, shut your whole renal system down. Blam. I bet you won't do that shit no more. Wake up and be dead fucking around with the wrong person. But a lot of these people, you don't even have to touch them. All you got to do is threaten to put the truth out there, and a little tidbit of the truth make them run and scream like a bitch anyway. So it shit don't even got to get physical or real or come into the realm of meeting up. All you got to do is psychologically crush that ass. Logic, facts, can't be beat. That's the venom. You see what happens when you tell the truth about a lot of these fucking trolling ass motherfuckers? They start screaming and hollering, then they start inventing shit. You know, you can tell them, leave me alone. Oh, she threatened my life. Okay, you more scared than you really are, huh? You got to look at what people do and how they do it. How they do shit. So for some, it's probably time to take a pass on that shit, especially with family. It works wonders. I'm telling you right now. It works wonders when you are able to take a pass, take a powder, take a little coffee break, give it some room, let it burn. Stop feeling guilty because that's your mom. Well, my mama, she in old. I know that. Boundaries. You need something? Here you are. I'm leaving. Well, how you been? Good. Come talk to me. How the children? They're fine. Why you don't want to talk to me? Gotta go. Love you. You know, for my family and my personal situation, they don't understand that. You can't be civil and respect their humanity. You got to take it down to the gutter. You got to cuss these motherfuckers out before they get it. Sadly, it's very painful. Don't feel good to know that. You know, have to admit that sometimes I have to cuss just to get them to leave me and mine alone. Then they try to suck you into shit. Have you heard? Did you know about? You know such and so. No. I don't want to hear it. Don't want to experience it. Don't want to know. I don't want it. Then they start sending emails and text messages and said to each other, you know, I tried to talk to Queen and she told me she didn't want to hear it. But let me tell you about her. Let me tell you what she did. And, you know, all because you won't invest in their fuckery. Have you ever wondered why one person in the family know everybody's business and none of what you can verify, but somehow everybody believe they motherfucking ass? Them type of motherfuckers I take a pass on. I can't deal with that. That's why I'm not allowed at no family reunions, funerals, you know, because they sit there talking shit at the mic. Give 2 minutes of a nice sentiment about about our dearly beloved that has crossed over. You know, all your life if that motherfucker was alive, that was the most rotten motherfucker under the face of the sun. And then everybody sitting up at their funeral, hooping and hollering, crying and wailing and shit. Oh, we love you. We miss you. Oh, they was such a great person. Then turn around, I'm the one be like, wait a minute. Hold on, I got 2 minutes I got 2 minutes for you. All I remember was this motherfucker was a beast. A goddamn mutant. That was the meanest motherfucker I ever met in this family. I don't know who the fuck y'all knew. And they said, oh, if you can't say something nice, don't say nothing at all. So why did you ask me to come up here? Why did you call my name to have me come up here and talk about this person? That made everybody miserable, but y'all too scared to really say that about the dead. You think that's disrespect, telling your elders the truth about their ass in life or in death. That's why I say funerals are for the living and got shit to do with the dead person. You know, but when I say this is just dark wisdom, y'all. Dark wisdom. Reality ain't always pretty. You know, I've had people tell me I'm evil because I tell them the truth. You ask me my opinion, you invite me in some shit. I'm not going to try to make you feel good about the truth. Tell me the truth. Okay, I'm going to tell you the truth. Unbiased. Boom, boom. Oh, you so evil. This is what I see. I'm just saying what everybody else too scared to say, but they thinking it. That's why the shit get quiet. Everybody get quiet when you start telling the truth. They're like, oh shit. Everybody clear the room. I don't want to hear it. Denial and delusion. Don't want to hear the truth, so you run from it. Okay. Now I'm the, you know what I'm saying? Now I'm the goddamn prodigal child. I can't believe what you said. Why? Because it's the truth. You have a hard time believing the truth. Maybe you've been living in denial all this time. Maybe that's why it's hard to digest the truth. When somebody have to say, yeah, I like so-and-so for these reasons, but what? Tell the truth. You like them for those reasons, but there's other reasons, but what? That's why y'all got that dissension, because you're not being honest. If you tell the person to their face why you got certain issues and what they are, let's work with this, because this is something it's hard for me to live with that shit. Let's talk about it. People don't like to hear the truth. They don't like to look in the mirror. You know, that's why you got all this shaming shit going on fucking social media. Oh, I saw you doing this. Oh, I heard you did that. I heard you did this. So what? So, and what's your point? Does that take away from my message being accurate? Hell no. Does that take away from me being a lucid, aware, and awake human being that see through your shit? No. My past ain't got shit to do with the present day, what's going on now that needs to be addressed. If I jumped up, hopped up or down on one foot singing Dixie in public with no clothes on, that don't take away from the fact that you're a piece of shit. And how you treat other people is out of line. That don't take away from that. That don't negate it. That don't make it not true. You know what I'm saying? Tricking women into sending pictures that ain't fucking private parts to you. So the minute they go against you or disagree with you, you gotta fucking expose a titty on the city and shit and all of that. That don't take away from the fact that you a piece of shit and she revealing how much of a piece of shit you are. You tricked her into doing that. Or goaded her into it, manipulated some kind of way. A weak-minded person to do some clandestine shit. They did it, and you want to capitalize on that because you can't control them no more. But these is the motherfuckers who we look up to and respect and follow the leader like a fucking piccolo player. Whew. Heal the nation. This was all from the little pretty powwow that I had. I'm telling you. Taking a pass on the bullshit. Especially with family. Anybody that can say I'm their family or I say they're my family, there is no betrayal in family. There's no tossing each other under the bus with family. There's no kicking one when they down and ganging up on that one person just to have some shit to talk about or gossip about because your personal current station in life is fucking miserable. You don't have the right to do that to family. And for some reason, people think because you share DNA with them, they have earned the right to fuck with you. That's some dysfunctional shit. I'm here to tell you. It's dysfunctional. And then you got those who enable and are in love with their goddamn abusers. They got fucking classic Stockholm syndrome. These motherfuckers talk about each other behind their back. You know, and the piccolo player dogging you out to your fucking face. And you still tune in daily to this shit and go, yeah, this what's up, this real shit. Okay. And then you absorb all that toxicity and then you find somebody else that the piccolo player don't like. and you target them because of what the piccolo player programmed you with. Then you start acting just like your fucking leader. And we got a bunch of sheeple running around. So I'm just, I'm just putting it out there, something to think about, food for thought, some tools for healing. I'm doing the work, fam. We hitting it hard, keeping it real, keeping it funky, keeping it live. So sometimes you just got to take a pass and say, you know what? I can love you from over there. Send you positive energy. Put good thoughts your way. Whatever you do, pray. If you got an altar, put a white candle and light that for them. Sage their name. Give them a good prosperity spell. Whatever you do. And wipe your hands of it. Take a pass. And the more you do that, it'll strengthen those boundaries that you have set. And they'll eventually, with the help of all the ancestors, they will move the fuck around. Then they'll stop inviting you to these goddamn dysfunctional ass powwows, calling you, dragging you into they damn hell. I did a video about that a few years ago. Don't let people lie to you. Don't let them drag you to they hell. Hell is what you make right here in this realm. It always is what they say it ain't. Oh, I'm not trying to get in your business, but yes, the fuck you are. Yes, you are. I don't mean no harm, but yeah, you do. You trying to stir up something. You trying to glean some type of result that's not goddamn healthy. Okay? So stop at the butt, about face, back the fuck up. It's real simple. Real easy. We get emotionally attached to folk for whatever reasons. Our family, that's my family. I don't want to be mean. That's not being mean. That's being real. All the way real. A lot of people say, when you tell them the truth, you don't have the right to judge me. I'm not judging you. I'm telling you what you do, and it's a pattern of behavior you do all the fucking time. That's not judging you. That's telling you the truth, the facts. That's the facts. You messy. You talk too much. Don't judge me. I'm not. Judging you is because you talk too much, you will get hit by a car. That's judging you. That's giving you a judgment to what the fuck you're doing. If you know you talking all the time, people can't get a word in edgewise. You might as well have a one-person conversation with yourself. And you always got to be right. Or you always got to have the last say. You always got to go back and forth on shit that's really insignificant. And somebody tell you you talk too fucking much. Guess what? They telling you the truth. They're not judging you. Everybody else around you just too scared to say it because you talk too fucking much. As soon as you hear the truth, you will not shut up after that. And you're going to try to campaign everybody else to not believe what you were told to be the truth. That's why people do that shit. Gaslighting. See, we healing the goddamn nation. Pointing out the dysfunction with tools on how to deal with it. J-Man put up some interesting stuff in the room if y'all want to kind of go back and take a look at it. Those who feeling it, who really vibing with the healing, the little pretty powwow that inspired this goddamn stream. I'm telling you, we need to listen to our children. As parents, they are our teachers on how to rear them effectively. When they cry out for us, we need to go to them. If you have an issue with them, there's some stuff going on, it's not quite as smooth as you would like it to be with your babies, trust me, don't hold a grudge against your damn children. Because if you do, you're going to regret that shit later. If you choose to hold on to pride, arrogance, and ignorance as an elder in their life, You will live a lonely ass rest of your existence. Your sunset years will be fucking miserable and lonely. I'm just telling you. Look around. Some of these elders don't nobody invite them to do shit unless it's absolutely necessary of a social nature, picnics, outings, vacations, gatherings, events. They're like, nah, please don't invite so and so. We love them, it's cool, but they don't, please. Going back to my wedding day. It was a struggle to get that goddamn list together. It was a goddamn struggle now. It was hard because I'm like, I see the address and the name. I'm like, oh my God, do I really want to invite this person? Some people wasn't invited to the service, but they was invited to the reception. Some people was invited to the both. It's hard. I take a pass on some people. Like, you know what? I don't know if it's gonna be okay if they there. We need to get through this damn day and get it over with. Because I just, me personally, I don't like big, shit like that. I can plan and put together somebody else's hoo-ha if they want me to. I can plan a mean wedding, a beautiful wedding, big, small, don't matter. I know how to do that. I can get down with that. But my own, I didn't want a whole big deal. But because all the motherfuckers in my family, the chicks, old, mean-ass bats, miserable was the most of them. Either their husband was dead, half dead, or they never married, or had a nigga of their own, or they chased away all they niggas because they some miserable malignant motherfuckers. They're coming in. Oh, I'm the great auntie, so I got to have a say. No, you don't. No, ma'am. Exit stage right. Sit your ass over there. Eat them damn deviled eggs and crackers and shut up. Well, what about these colors? No. This is what I chose, since y'all got to have me do this shit. Let me pick the shit. I asked for input, not for you to take over. I don't know if that makes sense. And when you gotta struggle to see if you could invite somebody to something, then you need to take a pass. So, heal the nation, y'all. One at a time. Whoever feel me, thanks for riding with me. Hit the donate button. Hey, Tiffany Allen. Good afternoon, love. Thanks for coming through. What we doing is Little Pretty PowWow inspired this one. My little girl. My mini me, the only daughter I got. She is evolving into a wise squaw, and that's what we on today, trying to heal, and one of the tools is taking a pass on family sometime. Like I said, you ain't got to cut them all off. Sometimes you do have to cut some of them off and be like, you know what, I can do without you. I'll be okay. Others, we can kind of still balance that out and get a good little, keep the flow going decent. Just put them boundaries up there. Don't be afraid to tell your family to move around. Some people got it down pat. I ain't saying everybody got it down, but we feel a little sense of guilt sometimes. We have to check and be a little firm with some of our family, especially mama. When you got to get firm, you like, oh, she gonna think I'm trying to disrespect her and all that. You hesitate. You let mama get away with a little more than you would somebody on the outside looking in or what have you. Sometimes mama look too overbearing. And you got to get in there. Look now. Hey. mama. You know, then you got motherfuckers like mine who you gotta just go cold turkey. Be like, you know what? It's best that we just don't interact. Like, our energies don't mix. Like, we never had it on the ones and twos. Like, we ain't never gonna blend together. It ain't gonna be chocolate mixed with milk to make chocolate milk. We can't do it. So you know what? I love you from way over here. Okay? And heaven forbid if you call me and you need me, guess what? I will be on the first thing smoking to save you. I'm going to be the hero. I'm going to come because I'm your child. But guess what? In between time, meantime, let's you do you and me do me, and we love each other up in the universe and the stars. We let them communicate to each other. We'll do that. Because we can't talk in this realm. We can't go together in this realm. That relationship, love affair just ain't going to blossom. That's just me, though. Everybody don't have that issue. See? And coming to terms with that is difficult, too. Because that's your mama. You know? But it's best not to take a victim stance about it. Just be real. Shit ain't working. I'm grown now. You did the best you could raising me. I'm making it. I'm figuring it on out. So I'll be over here. No hard feelings. And I'm cool. I want you to be cool. You got your people over there that come around, check on you, do what you do, whatever you do. Boom. See, I don't have to shit on nobody that I cut off. I don't have to do that. Now, if I find out you've been shitting on me, it's a whole nother story. Because people in glass houses should not cast stones. You know? You know, people always ask me, well, what happened with the situation with this and that? You know what? It didn't work out. We had a difference or differences. So I'm going to send good energy to that person that I didn't get down with. And that's that. But if you push me into saying some fucked up shit, I'm just going to tell the truth. If I'm trying to bow out gracefully and peacefully, and you take that as a sign of me being weak or slow or dumb to the beat, and you shit on me, and I'm trying to keep things funky and respect your humanity, keep it gangster, and you still insist on shitting on me, oh, heaven help you, goddamn. Great Spirit, Hecate, and everybody else better help you. Because I'm going to fuck with you just like you fuck with me until I get tired. Because you just fucked up the law of karma, and you want to shit on me, do no wrong, and take no shit. That's how it is. I don't have to take your shit. But I'm not going to start some shit. I will finish it. That's how you got to be with some people. You know, especially on social media. You know, family, they be coming on social media using that as another way to fucking try to assassinate your character and spread all kind of shit because you will not allow them to shit on you. You know, family not supposed to shit on each other. You can be mad, you can say how you feel, state your piece, make your claim, whatever you want to do. Don't shit on me. Don't do that. And then don't invent and reach for shit. So you can have a justifiable reason to shit on me, and it's a lie. You know, that's called triangulation campaign. You can't find a real justifiable reason to be upset with me. So you got to invent some shit and pick from a little bit of facts, a little bit of fiction, and then start spreading the shit around to other people. Then they start to catch on. Then they come in and help you shit on that person. See, no. Because I'm like a bowling ball. It only need to be me. I could take down 10 motherfucking pins all by myself. I don't need no help. So people will tell you how they feel about themselves by how they treat others. You know, and that was another break way to pump the brakes with mine is, that's what I would say. We get into it, especially my sister. We go back and forth. And then she started using other people to send messages. And I would tell those people, you know what? It says a lot about how you feel, sis. Listen, this is what I want you to tell her. So she's sending messages like a punk. Bring this bone back to her. This is what you do. Please tell my sister, I can see how you feel about you, because you got to try to shit on me. You must not feel good about yourself. So that's all I'm going to say. Have a nice day. Don't bring me no more shit. See, wise people allow gossip to die when it hits their ears. People tell me shit all the time. Did you hear? Child, let me tell you. Blah, 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 blah. Okay, thank you for telling me. Then they go, that's just between me and you. I don't give a fuck about that shit. So if you didn't want nobody to know, why you telling me? You needed somebody to tell. You tested me. You tested my metal. I don't like that shit. Let's just keep this between me. Okay. You should have shut the fuck up then. And then, lo and behold, the very one word about me telling, they done already told 100 other people. And get mad because they don't know who they told and who leaked what. And because I'm the quietest one, they assume it's me. It had to be you. Nigga, really? See how fucked up people are? I can't tell you how many times that happened to me and my family. I don't say shit to none of them. You know, unless it's absolutely necessary. But somehow, my name is brought up all the goddamn time. I'm like, what the fuck I gotta do with that shit? I'm not even over there. You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers in a whole nother country talking shit about me. I'm like, really? I didn't know I did that. Last I checked, I was so and so during that time period. I don't have the energy to keep up with all that shit. I like doing me. You know what I'm saying? And when you content, growing peaceful with who you are, you don't have the mind. It ain't no space in your mind to shit on somebody else in your family or otherwise. No space in your life for it. Because you're too busy trying to live your highest good. You know what I'm saying? You got shit going. You got shit popping. So gossip and rumors and meddling around trying to figure out what your sister owned, who she fucking with, if she got problems, if her pockets is right, if she, really, that's a waste of time to me. Because if her pocket's right, it don't affect me at all, because she got to pay her bills, not mine. You know, she just there supposed to be as a sister when I need a little something. You know, whether it's money, advice, or whatever. That's what sisters is for. Oh, I'm a little short. I had something come up. Can you help me? Yeah, I'm your sister. Oh, I need your advice. Okay, I'm your sister. That's what the fuck family's supposed to do. You know, as a sister, I'm not supposed to find out you got troubles and then turn around and go tell everybody else and laugh and point and shit. You know, so sometimes we just got to take a pass, hunties. Take a pass on so-called family that do that. You know, and there's lots of tools. So get your readings with me. It's only $20 live or video. I can record it and shoot you a link. So that way you can keep going, hustling, whatever you got to do. I know time to make the donuts. We got to work round the clock these days to keep the fucking ship floating. So hit that empathangie@gmail.com and schedule your reading. You can go over there to Facebook too. Empath Angie is on Facebook. The link to my site is under the description box on this here stream. Pass it on around, please. Butterfly Totem is in full effect today. I'm going to start officially placing things together to get the Butterfly Totem website up and rolling. So the new beginnings of Butterfly Totem website is on the way. I'm excited, you know, and I got a lot of stuff to do today, but guess what? It rained like a motherfucker and everything is flooded down here. Do you know that? We need a canoe. Who got a canoe? Somebody send me a damn canoe. We need to roll around. We need to get in the canoe and paddle. But, you know, the rain is always healing because it washes away all the imbalanced energies in the atmosphere and it brings nitrogen to the soil, you know. And then when you go out to your garden in your yard and till up that beautiful moist dirt, you plant a little couple of little something in there, it just grows so pretty. You know, now is not the time for planting. No, this harvest, you try to take stuff out the garden and put it in the freezer. But, you know, after a rain, you know, good to dig in the dirt. It's very healing, you know. And that's a great way to begin learning alchemy too, is watching plants grow, living live, things like that. You know, nurturing something after you pot it and watch it germinate and bust up through from the darkness. See, we just exercise a little dark wisdom. See, that's it. People say, Queen, damn, you rugged. Yes, I am, because I've been through some shit, survived some shit, endured some shit, and I don't have no quit in me. And I got 3 lives that I got to make examples for. I want them to be proud of their mama. You know, them the only motherfuckers I really give a fuck about what they think, really. But I want to make people feel good. I want people to remember me for making them feel good. Yeah, she was a little rugged, but I know she left me with something good. That's all. That's it. So get your readings. $20. You know, donate $20 if you don't want to read. That's all I'm asking. Boom. So we can get the website going. And once I get that started, you know, I'm going to share a little bit of it so you can take a peek. And you say, well, you know what? As a customer, I want to see this or I want to see that. I want to be able to go here, click, and buy that right there. I want to have to fuck around. I want to just click and buy, and you send it to me. Tell me what's up. Go to Empath Angie, shoot me a message if you got some suggestions for the website. And I had gave some homework, and didn't nobody, I'm a little bit offended. The bear totem, the grizzly bear totem. I want somebody to show me what they found about the grizzly bear totem and put it on Empath Angie's wall. You know, we're supposed to be talking to each other, communicating a little bit more. That's what healing is. A lot of communication, energy. Find out what energy is not serving our highest good so we can shift it out and bring in the good energy to manifest good stuff. You know, we doing it gangster. We keeping it all the way 100. You know, all that kumbaya, bibbidi-bobbidi bullshit, you know, that's pretty and nice for people who feel like that. I'm a realist, so I can't be using, you know, flowery, politically correct. That's just not how I roll. It's a time and a place for everything. And when we trying to get to the root of an issue, we ain't got time to be tap dancing all around it, you know. Get that damn weed, snatch it out. Get them roots, dig down in there, do the surgery. You know, when I was messing around with my garden back in Chicago, I wasn't playing with them weeds. Oh, it's a weed. Go get the sulfur. Give me the spade. Let me get that. Let me get it. Give me. Get down deeper. Okay, there go the root. There's the hub of the root. And then the little arms start growing out. You got to get the hub of the root. And that damn motherfucker won't grow no more. So that's what I'm doing. Taking a pass on so-called family and the dysfunctional, meddlesome, malignant shit that they do. You need a little help more. You want some one-on-one. $20. That's it. You know. And I got the white man paper, and I got the Native American paper to prove it. I know what I'm doing. So hit that link down there. That's my site underneath the description box. You know, take a peek. You know, it's still kind of like growing and expanding, but Empath Angie is right there. Link, 20 book, live reading. Shoot me an email, empathangie, gmail.com. Real easy. So, I hope everybody is living their greatest good today and doing something for you. You know, we do stuff for everybody. We do stuff for our children, our family, our co-workers, you know, our whatever. If you go to church, you're doing something for the church, you're doing something for the dog, the cat, everybody. We need to take some time and do some stuff for us, just me today. That's how we need to do, you know, frequently. You know, we got a lot going on, so at least once a week, it should be one day where I'm not doing nothing. You know, if that's what you choose, don't do nothing. And you recharge yourself, recharge your spirit, quiet down, have a blackout day. That's what I do a lot too. I just quiet. You know, I'll be listening to music quietly. Sometimes I just sit, don't do nothing. Relax, sleep. 'Cause I got a lot of sleep to catch up on. So, I don't know, what should we do? A universal reading? It's only 4 little people looking. It's probably the same 4 people that be looking all the time. And I appreciate that. Because you could be anywhere else and you came to hold it down with me. So I appreciate all the support, the love, the concern. You know, I really do. And it'll grow. It's coming. I feel it coming. You know, some people, you know, they see you trying to do something new. They're skeptical because they got burned before. You know, they see motherfuckers now that say they gonna do some shit and don't do it. You know, and that seems to take off like a rocket. People love being lied to. They love being used and abused. You know, that's why the truth is not popular. Because people are brainwashed into thinking that abuse and neglect and dysfunction is real, is normal. And it's not. Somebody tell you they're going to do something and they want your money to help them do it and they don't do it, you would think that would catch on. And somebody say, you know what? This motherfucker lied. We got duped. We got God. But sheeple, paying attention to the piccolo player. Fork tongue, cognitive dissonance. Cognitive dissonance, double-mindedness, hypocrisy. All that comes into play when we're looking at these snake charming, piccolo playing motherfuckers. You know, so if you got some issues, I'm also a health coach too. So you want to get your diet, change your lifestyle, get your diet up, get some good stuff going on. It's a real easy way to do it. It don't take a lot. You can work with what you got and inch up one step at a time, baby steps. You know? So, one more time, I'm a plug. Empath Angie, click that link down below. Check out my page. Please share. Put a like and share. It's a book button. Book your readings there. It's real easy. Take you right to the site. Boom, boom, boom. It's straightforward, user friendly. You know, I don't believe in a whole lot of extra technical stuff. I'm a very simple person. you know. But I'm here to to give what I have, what I've learned. That's what I'm doing all this for, is for my people. And I can't do it free no more. You know. I got children to educate. You know what I'm saying? And a grandbaby. She get ready, you know, up her game soon. So Granny gotta get her shit together. So Butterfly Totem is gonna be the legacy that I pass down to mine. And it's named after my little butterfly grandbaby. That's her little nickname that I gave her. Her little Native American totem that she was born with. And I chose the butterfly because A, she was born with her arms open, hands open. And that's usually what the first thing a butterfly do when they break through the cocoon, is they stretch their beautiful wings open. That's a sign of good luck, a healthy butterfly. And number two, the butterfly on the totem of the Native American Blackfoot tribe means good luck, prosperity, metamorphosis, evolution. And that's what I'm about. So that's the little mission statement backstory to Butterfly Totem. That's why I chose to name it that. It's a botanica. It's going to have natural, organic herbs, fresh, no pesticides, chemicals, none of that. Some of them will be grown on site because I want to have like a miniature hydroponic greenhouse. And that's going to lend to a lot of children being able to come in and cultivate life and learn how to grow shit. Educational, because I want to have people come in and do field trips and learn about metaphysics, alchemy, psychiatry, psychology. A little bit of law is going to be thrown in there for our babies so they can know the law and how to handle what to do when they fuck with by this damn plantation supervisors, because they're not peace officers no more. That's a whole nother show. Some of them are, not all of them. Some of them are still protecting and serving. One of my best friends back in Chicago was a police officer, but that was an era that's gone. So here and now, we got to evolve beyond the times of when things were not quite as ruthless. And there was a point where we could kind of trust the police a little bit. Now, whew, I don't know. So, you know, our babies need to learn to know the law, what to say, how to say it, what's the difference between laws and privileges and all that too. And I'm working on that program as we speak. It's a lot I plan to do with the Butterfly Totem. So we got to get it off the ground. And I'm humping over here. So I appreciate the support, the love, tuning in, coming through, dropping off love, sending donations, getting your readings. And I got a free mantra, magic spell for you for any and all donations. So we're going to leave that right there. And make sure, take a pass on so-called family who is toxic. That toxic shit only make you sick, tired. It's draining. It really is, trying to endure somebody's dysfunctional state. You know, I can say my mama used to wear me out. She made me so tired. And my health showed it. Like, my health started showing the effect she had on. I had migraine headaches out the blue. And I'm a nurse. I got CAT scans, ultrasounds in my brain, all kind of brain scans. Nobody could tell me where these fucking migraines was coming from. And when I started to wean away from my mama, they went away. I mean, I spent lots of money on trying to find out how to fix migraines. And it was my mama. you know. So, you know, energy, how it affects you, toxic energy, it is the onset of many illnesses that we see now. High blood pressure, diabetes, cancer of all kinds. You don't catch cancer. It develops from the breakdown inside your body. Wherever it is that there's a blockage, it begins to mold in that place, and then it starts to fester and spread like a fungus. So I can teach you all about that here at the Butterfly Totem Empath Angie Queen Common Sense. I've been doing the work, child. So take a pass on the toxic shit. Wise people let gossip die when it hits their ears. If we let go of a lot of things that we did not create, stop carrying other people's bags for them and enabling them to be toxic, you know, I could name some names, but I ain't gonna start no shit. Stop that. Take a pass. Come over here to the Butterfly Totem and Empath Angie and get your healing on. We got what you're looking for, and it, you know, we don't just sit up here, you know, pass the tissue, you know. Tell me about your, you know, that ain't how I do it. So get your reading first is what I strongly suggest. 20 bucks. Bam, you got me for a whole hour. Most psychiatrists charge you $175. I know the last time my mama said she was attempting to go see a therapist, it was like $150 something. And I'm like, really? When I've been telling you the problems all along, you won't go pay. Okay. See how we do each other as black folks, family. So we unpacking. You know, we ain't gonna be the bag ladies and the bag men. We gonna rock it on out for a minute. Here. Unpack. It's okay to draw a boundary for your family. It's all right. And I want y'all to have a good day. Be good to yourself. Be good to each other. Get your reading. And we're going to get down to it. Click that link, Empath Angie, for me. Pretty please. Share and like it as much as you can. Put it in other people's face. Let them know I'm here. I'm open for business. Virtually right now. Soon to be physically. So I got a lot of footwork to do. And I'm going to wind it on down because I need to put some sustenance in this here old body. You know, I'm an old hag, y'all. So I got to eat me something. Polish up. You know, so I can get the rest of this stuff together. So I'm just really happy for the supporters that I do have, and I am very confident that it will grow once people get out of their own way and stop stereotyping me with all the other know-nothing ass motherfuckers out here. I'm not going to go into that because I'm not going to shit on somebody unless they shit on me first. So, y'all have a good one. Hotep. Peace and love, one family. I mean that shit. One unity, heal the goddamn nation. Take a pass on so-called family toxic energy. This was inspired by the Little Pretty. We had a powwow this morning, and I'm very proud of that young lady that the universe gave to me. So, kiss your kids. Hug them, tell them you love them. If they fucked up, we're the mamas. We have to extend the olive branch, even though sometimes they crush you. They will break your motherfucking heart. So you got to pick it up, suck it up, show them the example of a mama that no matter what, maybe I slipped somewhere and I didn't teach you how not to do that. So I got to help you fix it so we can fix each other so we can move on. Life is too short to hold grudges, especially against your children and your family. And if they hold grudges on you, do a hatchet burying ceremony. Take that gripe, write it down, and dig it down in the dirt at a crossroads. That's another great way to put a ceremonial closure to things. And I have a lot of those little mini rituals too that I would love to do with people to help heal. And you know what? If you don't come get the reading, you know, we can't do the little powwow. So heal the nation. Do something good for yourself. Be good to yourself. Don't be feeling guilty if you take an extra $5 and do something nice for yourself. It's all good in the hood. One love. I'm out for right now, fam. I'm going to try to come back this evening at our normal evening witching hour. So stick around. Keep your eyeball open. Hotep, one love, fam. And we are out for right now. Ciao and cheers. It's not goodbye, just see you later.